Hello, today I'm going to share with you a recipe to make alfajores, which is traditionally an Argentinian dessert, and this is a little bit different. This is a family recipe, and here they are. This is how they look like. They're really sweet, they're nice, they're perfect for parties, they're perfect for dessert buffets because you can eat them in one bite. So the first step is you get some puffy dough, which I bought because it's really difficult to make and you need to roll it out. It's very important to know that puffy dough loses its puffiness if you touch it too much, so you want to try to roll it out as few times as possible and don't touch the dough too much. This is the thickness that we're going for, which is probably about half a centimeter. So once you have it, you're gonna grab something to cut the circles out. I have a cookie cutter. You can also do it with a glass. And the size doesn't really matter. This is my favorite size. It fits right there in the palm of my hand. It's the perfect size to handle, so this is the size I recommend you do. Okay, so I preset my oven at 350 and I'm gonna place my little puffy circles in the oven for about 40 minutes. I put them on a cookie sheet with aluminum foil. You don't really need to put flour or anything on your cookie sheet because they're not gonna stick. They're very, very buttery. So this is what you're gonna look for when baking your alfajores. This is the pretty flat, puffy pastry circle you put in the oven, and you want it to raise kind of like that, really nice and fluffy and tall. And you want to make sure that the bottom doesn't burn. You want it to be nice and golden brown, but they burn really easily. Once you're done baking your puffy pastry, you're going to take it out of the oven and let it cool for a little bit. Now, all the alfajores have a filling and an outside. The classical combination is cajeta on the inside and shredded coconut on the outside. Since cajeta is a traditional Mexican candy, if you don't have access to it, you can use dulce de leche or caramel. The coconut is a coconut I get at the grocery store, and it's basically dry coconut that comes already shredded. Now, you can be very creative with the combinations of what you use on the inside and the outside. One of my favorite combinations for the inside is Philadelphia cheese with strawberries. So I mix it in so that it's very nice and smooth when I'm filling the alfajores, and I use sesame seeds for the outside. You can use any combinations you want. I also really like chocolate and banana in the inside with walnuts on the outside, or Nutella in the inside with hazelnuts on the outside. Okay, so if you're ready, it's time to do the filling and the topping. So basically what I do is I have all my ingredients ready. In this case, I have the cajeta, the shredded coconut. I want to have it spread on a plate. I need a big plate, and I already put some cajeta on it. And on another plate, I have my big puffy circles. You need a sharp knife and a butter knife. Okay, now we're gonna grab our baked puffy circles. And if you look closely, you're gonna see how you can see the layers right there. So you're gonna grab the sharp knife and stab the puffy circle right in the middle of those layers, like that. And gently turn it around so that you cut it in half. Be gentle. You don't want the puffy pastry to crumble in your hands, but otherwise it should be pretty easily. It kind of opens by itself. So I could cut all the way around it, and now I can separate it like so. So now we're gonna grab the bottom part, and with the butter knife, we're gonna smear the filling we chose all over it. Be generous with the amount of filling you put. And then you're going to want to put the top back on. I always try to match it just the way it was before, just because that gives me a neater, better looking alfajor. The next step, it's a little bit tricky, but we want to put whatever we chose to be the sticky filling all over the outside, because that's how we're going to get the coconut to stick. The tricky part for this is you're eventually going to have to hold it from the top. And since it's puffy pastry, you could squish it very easily by accident. So you want to be careful and just hold it really gently. And it's not difficult, but you gotta be patient. So you just smear all the outside like so. All of my outside has sticky cajeta or caramel or whatever you chose. Now you grab the plate of coconut, you grab your alfajor, and you just roll it on top of the coconut. Again, you have to be really gentle and very careful that you don't crush that poor puffy pastry. Okay, and there we go. Great, so we're almost done, and now I placed all my alfajores on another cookie sheet with some aluminum foil on it because some of the caramel is going to spill out and it's going to be a little bit messy. Now our last touch is going to be to sprinkle some confectioner sugar on top of them, like so. Don't make it too much because otherwise it's going to be too sweet. Now the fun part about this is that if you're trying to do a theme party and you want to stick to a certain color, you can always go to the store and get some sugar glitter or anything you want and be really creative. This is just basically a beauty finishing touch. It doesn't really affect the taste. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.